Alright, gangstas. Let's do that all signs reading. What's going on? What is your energy like today? I mean... Okay, so, all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, and turn your gaze within. This is basically like the Hermit card. It's like saying it's time for introspection. It's time to dive deep within. The funny thing is it doesn't matter what steps you take in life, you're always going to go straight back to where you're supposed to be. It's kind of, I don't know if you've ever seen that movie Identity with John Cusack, but you fucking should watch it because that's basically what it's saying right now. It's basically saying, yeah, you can drive all the fucking way away, and you're like, oh yes, I'm like 20 miles away, and then you find the nearest town, and it's the same goddamn town, and you're like, fuck. And you're like, I'm trapped. It doesn't matter, you know. Yeah, so I feel you. No matter what, you're going in that direction. So do what you got to do. Take some fucking side quests on the way. You know, take the scenic route. Bask in the fact that you can take any journey and you're still doing the same shit. Star bathing. Light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. This is where you start identifying with the energy of who you are rather than the matter. This is very exciting, okay? So, between every atom in your body, there's an atomic distance, right? That little space. And scientists have been saying forever, they're like, it's empty space. Well, guess what, stupid butts? There's no such thing as empty space. It's energy that holds us together, that creates that electron repulsion. So that I can pick up a deck of cards and not melt into the motherfuckers, right? Like, that's what it does, but it's also the glue that holds me together, as much as it is the thing that keeps other things from becoming a part of me when I touch it. And so nothing ever actually touches you or touches the material of you. I guess everything touches you, but the material of what you are never gets touched. It's just energy. So even your feelings, your nerves, and all that, that's energy, bro. You're picking up energy. So, and in this starbathing thing, I feel like it's calling you to activate that, to understand that you're energy. And when you start moving like energy, you move differently than how you would as matter, right? Like, you're able to manifest differently, you respond differently to situations. You see life as like a grid, like a video game kind of shit. Like, you've got to navigate certain things, you got to, you know, fulfill certain missions, but then at the end of the day, like, you have control of your character. This is open world. um, So, then we have the void. This is stop, embrace the winter. Great cosmic womb, right? This is like that cocoon stage where you're really developing, you're turning into your best self. So, like, if you're feeling in those days where you're more lower vibrational, dude, put on some sad music and fucking lay in bed all day. Like, sometimes you gotta do that. I mean, don't do that all the time, but like, if you gotta feel the void, go fully into it. And rather than trying to resist it, like, lean into it a bit. And I know that sounds like the opposite of anything you've ever heard, but when you allow yourself to feel something and you allow yourself to work something out within yourself, then you don't hold on to it, right? You become like a river of feelings. It's like you allow yourself to entertain it for a minute, and then it's like, all right, now it's faded. I've worked through it, I've done the things, and then it passed, you know. But you have to allow yourself to work through it rather than trying to restrict and avoid it, you know. That's where you end up having those moments where you like you have a nervous breakdown or something because you've just held all that shit in for so long. So yeah, dude, allow yourself to embrace it. As as much as that may seem like it sucks, it's very healing, and it's actually like it won't be the worst experience of your life if you see it as you're in a cocoon for growth and expansion. You know, you're not just suffering for no reason. This is what turned Hercules into a fucking hero, is obstacles, like the hard shit. Embracing the hard shit and going through it like a champ rather than surrendering to it or just running away from it, right? Sometimes you gotta face the demons head fucking on. You have to face it and be like, alright, demons, it's me, your boy. You know. And really ask yourself, like, why am I feeling this? Like, you know, whatever. Allow yourself to ask the questions so that the answers can come to you, you know? Oh shit. Okay, we got 8 of Cups, walking away from a situation. 7 of Cups, debauchery. This could be like a little like self-indulgence. Could be like in food, in sexuality, like in something. It's like just, you know, it's, and with the 8 of Cups, it's almost like rejecting like love for debauchery. That's kind of what I'm seeing. You know, Cups is all about like emotions and stuff. It's like kind of like seeing that you have other options and kind of like putting love on the back burner so you could explore something else. But like I said in the beginning, all paths lead home, so do what you got to do. Queen of Discs. There's something that you energetically hold on to. Or you could just be in the mindset right now of like trying to grow and expand yourself business wise. The Star in reverse. It's like you walked away from something and chose debauchery over that because you didn't have a lot of faith in previous connections or whatever. Like maybe you felt like the love being offered wasn't authentic or wasn't like the love that you wanted, right? So you walked away from these offers. You walked away from something you probably been invested in for a while, and then eventually we're like, you know what? I don't even think this is for me. So goodbye. Yeah. All right. Ace of Wands, I see a passionate new beginning. The Priestess in reverse, I see you being in denial about that. I see you immediately being like, nah, I have a no passionate beginning. But with the Queen of Cups, it tells me that you will, and you will be very emotionally involved in this. With the Knight of Discs, it's like, this is the only knight that's not moving in the whole deck, right? He's like got an offer in his hand and he just sits on it. He doesn't like move. And so, you know, you might have gotten to a point where you're just like you waited on something that just never came to fruition, so you were just like, ah, fuck it, goodbye. Which is fair. You should be like, fuck it, goodbye. So, wait a second. I fucked up my painting. Sorry. I'm trying to make a picture. Okay, so yeah, Knight of Discs. I feel somebody sitting on like some offer, sitting on some like message of truth or whatever. And the Chariot in reverse, it's like I see you kind of being like, well, they never moved forward in the beginning. Why would I trust that to happen now? Why would you? So Nine of Wands tells me you have a lot of strength, and you're almost too independent to allow yourself to get wrapped up in the idea of it. With the Fool in reverse, it's like you don't want to be foolish. You don't want to feel like you're throwing all your eggs in a basket, and that basket's getting thrown down a hill. So I feel you. And that's why you're going to get caught off guard, though, because you're not going to be expecting it. Yeah, the moon is coming out, and that tells me that somebody really illuminates the truth about a situation, right? And that could be that Knight of Pentacles that's sitting on it. Ace of Swords, you're gonna feel like you have like this breakthrough moment where you're like, yes, I was not crazy, right? Two of Swords, this is gonna bring you a lot of peace. Nine of Cups in reverse. I feel like you're gonna be unhappy with what you hear. With the Seven of Discs, because I feel like you're gonna feel like I feel like you're gonna feel like the excuses are stupid. Or you're gonna feel like, what the fuck, when you hear the truth. It's gonna not be like some like happy thing for you. But I feel like it will bring you peace. Like you will come to like this ability to push on from whatever. But I do feel like when you hear what you're gonna hear, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? What are you gonna hear? I want to know. So what is this moon? What is coming to light? Okay. So, Three of Wands, this could have been a third party situation. Some sort of love triangle or something. With the Lust in reverse, it looks like, they feel like there's a genuine connection. They don't feel like this is based on lust, right? They feel like it's authentic. With the Eight of Wands, this triggers them to move pretty quickly. With the Prince of Discs in reverse, though, it looks like they let go because they weren't mature enough, or they didn't feel like they were grown enough. They didn't feel like they had anything to offer in this situation. That's why you're gonna feel like this is stupid. You're gonna be like, why? This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's like they're literally gonna sit there and tell you, oh, I'm just not worthy. You're this and you're that, and you're gonna be like, you hurt my goddamn feelings over this. How dare you? Man. Whoop that ass when they come in there with that bullshit. Whoop that ass. No, I feel like they were trying to be virtuous. They were trying to be honorable. With the Three of Wands, it's like they didn't want to interfere with something, and they didn't want it to be a connection based on lust, you know? And they felt like they needed to let go. Also, they didn't feel like they were mature enough to handle your ass, okay? They're like, I don't know if I can handle this. I don't think they can handle this. No, but yeah, dude. It's silly. It's very hilarious. Four of Discs in reverse. I feel like they feel like they've built a stronger foundation since but they had to let go of this need to have power in the situation, or to feel like, you know, art. I feel like they like your art. I feel like, I don't know, there's something to do with I feel they feel more close to you because it's showing up with the lust in reverse, and it's almost like they love sharing art with you. They love creating with you. Three of Discs in reverse. They feel like they'd have to sacrifice for you. The Adjustment in reverse, it tells me that you disagree. Knight of Swords tells me you're willing to fight them. No, I'm kidding. But it does tell me that, you're not afraid to speak your truth on the matter. So, when they show up wanting to talk about this, I feel like you're not going to be afraid to speak your mind and, really give them the good old 1-2, but I feel like, yeah, it's definitely, yeah, Four of Swords in reverse. Oh, man. You might get mad at what you hear, bro. They might say some dumb shit. I'm just telling you right now, you might get mad. It's saying, no truce. You ain't even, okay with this person right now. Damn. Why? But I saw you coming to peace earlier, so maybe it's just having peace at knowing, you know. This son of a bitch. How dare them? I'm just kidding. So we have the Sun card. Never comes out in reverse. Or it has no reverse meaning, I mean. I would say you could be dealing with a fucking Leo for sure. I love the Leos out there. Like most of my friends are Leos, and that's why I'm saying you could be dealing with a Leo. And with the Sun card being the Leo card, I'm like, I feel like that's a huge possibility. Um, the thing is, this card also means like inevitable happiness, inevitable prosperity. You see, they're like coming over like this hill right there, like finally they had gotten to the top, they're celebrating, they're on their way down. They're like little fairies. But yeah, and it's like very like celebratory energy. Two of Cups, this person like loves you, bro. um, and I think like the thing that's gonna make you mad is like how much they have always and hidden it and disguised it as like other things. It's almost like that energy of like they picked on you because of this, or and that's dumb. Right? That's dumb. I don't like that, but it feels like that energy. It's like they had to grow, with the universe in reverse. It tells me this person, they ignored the universe about you for a while, or they wanted to, until it got too loud, right? Um, Two of Cups, bro. That tells me it's fucking mutual, though. So you might get a little upset at the whole thing, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like that's something you're gonna hold on to. I think you might feel like their reasons are dumb or whatever, but at the same time, I feel like you just have like this fountain overflowing with love, for them. So it's kind of like this person could probably murder somebody, and you'd still be like, whatever, I still love you, even though that was dumb as fuck, right? Like that's the energy I'm seeing. It's like you express more forgiveness than like I think I've ever seen. Because most people would be like, "Fuck this, I'm out." But when it comes to certain soul ties, it's not that simple. And I feel like you're in that where you're like, "There's a lot of gray area up in this bitch." Like, it is not so black and white here. Um, and yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Let me grab some oracles. Alright. So, since I'm switching back to not reading the reversals on oracles, because I keep having this battle within myself, and I was like, Spirit, show me my way. And so I don't like reading reversals on oracles. I feel like reading the reversals on tarot is enough. Um, so, sanctuary. This is all about seeking sanctuary within yourself. This is all about like being your own like comfort zone, being the thing that you like you want to feel safe in your skin or comfortable in your skin. You want to feel like You know, you can dive into your thoughts without being eaten alive by them, right? So like finding that inner peace with yourself, because oftentimes people will be fighting all these battles in their own minds with themselves as their own greatest opponent, and who wins then, you know? So it's like, I feel like, you know, you've got to find a way to integrate your shadow, man. You've got to find a way to like give some space for it, leave some space for it. You know, for me, I put all my shadow into like music and creation, and that's why I have some fucked up music. But it's like whatever, you know, it's whatever. Black Woman's Redemption. I do see you in this energy of, you know, getting that redemption for like all this shit you've been through. It's like for every low there's a high, right? Of equal value or more, you know? So, like, you know, think of how hard you suffered. Well, that's how hard you're going to be blessed, at least, right? Um, you're coming through it. You got this. That's pretty much what I've got for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.